here we are about to discuss drafting, pleading and appearances subject, which is the subject in module 3. So here we'll find out few important tips and topics that we need to consider while studying the drafting subject. Okay, this point, the first point. So what do we have to do? Making categories about the whole syllabus. So we have this whole syllabus in front of us being the 10 chapters. So we should divide it into 3 important parts. The first part being that 7 to 10 chapter. So what is this 7 to 10 chapter, which will at least give us 30 to 40 marks in our examination. And the second part being that first and second chapter, which will at least fetch us 20 marks, at least 15 to 20 marks. And the last part 3 being the remaining topics and remaining chapters, which is 3 to 6. So these being the small chapters, please concentrate on this because it's easy to study that. This next point, first that we have made already the categories, this is the time that we have to make notes. So how do we make notes? This is a very simple formula to make notes. Please refer lesson outline in front of every chapter. So we have like at least maybe some 8 to 10 topics which is in the lesson outline. So make notes on these topics, and also for small chapters make a concise and compiled note of your own self, because this will be really helpful a day before. Okay, the next point is how to practice drafting. So now that we have the most important topic and the point in the whole drafting paper is drafting, so which we are not often familiar with. So how do we do that? So these are the list of sample drafts that you at least need to practice before the examination. And also, how do we do this? So every week keep at least 30 to 40 minutes of your time, and for each draft keep 10 to 15 minutes of your time, and practice at least 3 to 6 drafts every week, so that you will be able to better yourself before the examination. Okay. The next point being, now that we are actually in the drafting subjects, so maybe that we shall need to also concentrate on legal terms. So we often are actually faced with many legal terms in each chapter. So please make a note of that legal terms and try to add the same legal terms in your exam while writing your answer. This will really help and also fetch you more marks. Okay. The next point being what to concentrate. Now that we have made notes and also have been practicing drafting, so I guess now we also have this question, what are those important things that we need to concentrate? One being that I've already told you, high marks weightage of the chapters. Please concentrate on that. And also those actually from the scanner. So what am I talking about? This scanner question. There is a repeated question in scanner. So try to concentrate on that, because there is a high possibility that probable questions like that will at least come for 10 to 15 marks in exam. Okay, the next point. So what do you do a day before the exam? So what I did was, I revised the small chapters from scanner. There is a particular whole column for chapter at glance in the scanner. So please try to concentrate on that, which will actually completely give you the whole idea of the chapter. And also a day before, please give more importance to high marks weighted chapter. So read thoroughly all of that chapters. And the third point being that please practice sample drafts. At least you need to practice 5 to 6 drafts a day before the exam. Okay, so the next point being that how do we answer a few of the very tricky questions in the examination paper. One is this 2-2A question, and the other one is 3-3A question. So let's come to the 2-2A question, which is often the distinguished questions. So in this distinguished question, it's very easy to score marks. The reason being that you just have to write few points and like probably 6 to 8 points, and it will easily fetch you more marks. So try at least writing 6 to 8 points, and also make a separate notes, or maybe like when you're reading for this kind of questions. The reason being that you have a probable questions, which is often that you can refer in the scanner, that there are a high possibility that same distinguished questions are asked. Another tricky question in the examination is the question 3 and 3A. So what is this? Often there is this line known as example, which was often asked in one of the question papers that I recently saw. Sublease is not a surrender of lease. So this is like, okay, what do we write about it? So it's very simple out there that there is a case laws and judicial pronouncements in the study material and also scanner. So please that you have to know only the judgment and also a few based of facts about it. You don't have to remember the names of the person or anything. So what do we have to write in the exam is that make at least a few points about lease and make a few points about sublease, and the next, what is the judicial pronouncement that which has come up in that particular case, and last being that what is the conclusion that you need to give. I guess this is the best possible way that you can answer that question. The next point is, how do we have to actually answer draft questions? So we often are in this ambiguity. See, normally they ask the draft question like write a draft on so and so's topic or anything. So, but before you even start a draft, at least try to write 3 to 5 lines of an introduction about that topic and then start your draft. This is the best way to score high marks in draft questions. Now that we have known how to answer draft questions, we shall know more about note questions. So there's often a question known as write a note about this particular topic. So please, I'm going to be telling you that please concise your answer. Write at least, don't write any unnecessary points. Write at least minimum of 5 to 6 points about the same topic. So follow this format of a bit of introduction and a particular topic answer and also a bit of conclusion. This will really fetch you high marks. Now that we have known about draft questions, how to answer the write a note about question, now we shall know about 8 marks question, which is very tricky to answer. So often the question will be asked and we would just have like 5 to 6 points with us. So how do we do this? So there is a column known as chapter at glance and also lesson roundup in the study material. So there's important points of that particular topic and that whole chapter. So please refer that. This will give you more points while actually you're writing answers. So 8 marks means at least you need to write 12 to 15 points. The first 4 points being the introduction and the next points being the particular topic related answer and the next one being the conclusion. So this is a way I probably would have to put up that you need to answer these questions.